From despising, destroying, and halting the construction of Trump's historic border wall to now secretly beginning its construction, Joe Biden has come a long way. As the border crisis goes out of hand and immigrants continue to flow in, Biden has realized that only a Trump-era wall can save America. So, the Biden administration is now covertly planning to begin construction of the wall in patches to not catch the public eye and make a fool out of itself for halting it in the first place. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir, and in this video we talk about the border wall brought to you this time by Joe Biden. President Joe Biden, the liberal mascot who was supposed to heal and unite the US, has turned out to be yet another pro-wall activist. According to the Washington Times, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas told department employees that the Biden administration may restart border wall construction to plug what were identified as gaps in the current barrier. The southern border crisis has turned uncontrollable for the Biden administration, and only radical decisions will be able to resolve it. Now, Biden seems to have taken a radical Trump-era decision of resuming the wall construction. The decision to halt the border wall construction had earned Biden sufficient laurels initially, mostly from fellow Democrats and radical, brain-dead liberals. Sane Americans, however, realized what a disastrous puppet had just made his way into the White House. However, time has knocked sense into Joe Biden, and his administration is looking for secretive ways to resume the border wall construction. Of course, Biden's political career is at stake, but so is the future of America. By the looks of it, if the unprecedented border crisis is not resolved by the Biden administration soon enough, America as we know will cease to exist in the near future. Joe Biden signed America's death warrant the day he rescinded his predecessor Donald Trump's historic decision to build a border wall to insulate America. Now that the Biden administration is resorting to proxy construction of the wall, it becomes imperative to note how Donald Trump was right all along. The DHS secretary was very clear in his conversation with immigration and customs enforcement employees last week and said that Joe Biden's halting of the border wall had still left room to make decisions on finishing some gaps in the wall. According to notes of the said ICE session, Mayorkas said, the president has communicated quite clearly his decision that the emergency that triggered the devotion of DoD funds to the construction of the border wall is ended. But that leaves room to make decisions as the administration, as part of the administration, in particular areas of the wall that needs renovation, particular projects that need to be finished. He said those parts include gaps, gates, and areas where the wall has been completed but the technology has not been implemented. Radical leftists and America haters are not liking Biden's latest wall push a tad bit. Representative Ilhan Omar has mounted an offensive against President Joe Biden for continuing what she called the construction of Donald Trump's xenophobic and racist southern border wall. Taking to Twitter, Omar said, "It's shameful and unacceptable for POTUS to continue the construction of Trump's xenophobic and racist wall." Joe Biden must have definitely preempted such liberal backlash. Yet, the southern border crisis is just too humongous and dangerous for him to not resume the construction of the wall, albeit secretly. Biden had tasked VP Kamala Harris to take charge of the border crisis and address its root causes. Harris, however, seems least interested to take charge and has not even visited the crisis-struck border so far. Hours after Biden had tapped Harris to lead his administration's efforts to resolve the huge problem at the country's southern border, Arizona's Governor Doug Ducey had dubbed Harris as the worst possible choice for the job. The fears of the Arizona governor proved true soon enough, as Kamala Harris seemed clueless about how to tackle the border crisis and has so far failed to resolve it. Harris's boss, Joe Biden, too, is clueless. In fact, his entire administration is clueless on how to handle the border crisis. The administration tried banning the media from covering the border situation, harassing Republican senators visiting the border. Yet, the border crisis did not vanish into thin air. So, Biden has come to the profound conclusion that his halting of the border wall has played a huge role in the crisis going out of hand. This realization seems to have played a big role in Biden deciding to restart the construction of the wall, even if in a proxy and half-hearted manner. Donald Trump's border wall and his stern border policies had incredibly discouraged immigrants from taking the northern journey. Yet, Joe Biden's open borders, pro-immigrant rhetoric since last year has only emboldened illegal immigrants to enter the United States, knowing fully well that they could somehow make their way to successfully settle in America. Only Trump's wall can save America now and the face of the Biden administration too.